Physical and chemical properties of matter explained through food. Before I can explain the difference between physical and chemical properties of matter, let's go over a couple of basic definitions. Matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. It's what stuff is made of. A property is a characteristic of a substance that distinguishes it from other substances. It helps to identify and describe it. So, what exactly is a physical property? A physical property is a characteristic of a substance that can be observed and measured without changing what the substance is. Examples of physical properties include color, tensile strength or stretchiness, luster, and magnetic properties, as well as the physical state, including the melting or freezing point or boiling point of a substance. Let me give you an example using one of my favorite foods, ice cream. Ice cream starts out as a liquid emulsion with an indefinite shape. When it's poured into the ice cream maker, it's cooled to a temperature below its freezing point and becomes solid with a definite shape. However, if you leave the ice cream out on the counter at room temperature for too long, it becomes liquid again. Although the ice cream changes from liquid to solid and then back to liquid, it's still ice cream. Its identity has not been changed. Therefore, the melting point of ice cream is a physical property. So then, what is a chemical property? A chemical property is a characteristic of a substance that describes the way it undergoes or resists changing to form a new substance altogether. Usually this change occurs from interaction with another substance, but can also result from exposure to heat or light. Chemical properties will typically be specific to a particular temperature and pressure as well. One example of a chemical property is a penny changing from copper color to green from exposure to moist air. That green coating on the penny is a new substance. It is no longer copper. Copper's reactivity to air is a chemical property. Let me show you another example using food. This is another one of my favorites, pickles. When pickling vegetables, like okra, you suspend them in a solution. The solution contains vinegar, which is an acid, and salt. The acid and salt in the solution react chemically with the vegetables suspended in it. When you eat the vegetables after pickling, the texture, flavor, and even color have changed from the chemical reactions. The reactivity of the vegetable with the acid and salt in the solution is a chemical property of that vegetable. In conclusion, physical properties can be observed and measured without changing what the substance is, like melted ice cream. Chemical properties, on the other hand, can only be observed by changing the identity of the substance, creating something distinct from what you started with, just like pickled veggies.